So, come on in here. Ann's here from the BMA. Just move your chair right on over here. We're gonna put you in. I'm not going. I make friends here. This is a true Baltimore moment because you were coming over, and I'm trying to get Cassie to wrap up and get him to stop talking about baseball. It's probably like you stopping talking about Amy Sherald this time of the year, I would think, right? How are you?
Oh, great.
You know, I don't know you well, but we know Joyce Bucci well, who was my art teacher in 10th grade. And she brought me here to see the Coen sisters a million years ago and down at the Walters. I've been back and forth. And, you know, the art thing for me is I didn't know that you knew that this. But what gets me here is sports and art. But I came here today, and I couldn't park. I couldn't get near the place. Amy's a big deal, huh? Right? I mean,
Amy is a really, really big deal.
When did all this happen and come together that, like, you were getting this rock star exhibit? There was a young lady here from Philadelphia sitting at the bar with me for lunch. She said, I had tickets in New York, and it was on, and then it was off, and then there was a thing, and it wasn't there, and then it was in Baltimore, and I couldn't get a ticket. And the girl over here says, I couldn't get tickets. I had to wait, and then I found a ticket. It was like a Stone show or something, like a Taylor Swift show or something going on here.
Yeah, we're getting close to that kind of intensity.
Now, you know each other because of the Baltimore thing, right?
Well, I met Ron when he worked for the Frederick News Post.
Oh, yeah, if not the Baltimore Examiner.
And then the Baltimore Examiner.
Baltimore Examiner first and
then the Frederick News Post.
Old last century.
Yeah, yes. But I mean, I love baseball, but Anna is like, I come here all the time. I love. I was painting and taking photographs before I was a writer. Like
See, if I'd have known that, I would have had you guys. I would have ended the baseball thing 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, I saw Amy Sherald when she was at the Creative Alliance. They had an open studio tour, and I walked into her studio, the little, and you just like, I don't.
Is that in Patterson?
Yeah, okay. Creative Alliance, and you know, her work. She had developed this language, her own language and voice, and it's almost like a mystery. You don't know, well, why is this person here at the Creative Alliance in the studio space, and not national? And it was a matter of time, essentially. But you know, it's kind
of like when I saw live.
I used to see her walk around Patterson Park with her dog. You know, she's a tall, striking woman, and you couldn't miss her because I live by Patterson Park. I'd see her there, and yeah, I mean, it's her, and see her extraordinary career take off, and Michelle Obama's portrait, and I love the way she, she talks about her art. In a sense of, right, Edward Hopper, Norman Rockwell, like kind of classic American realism, and I just it's beautiful. I mean, the show is just stunning, and you should be saying.
I'm listening to you.
Give me the
but how it got here from D.C. How it got here from D.C. is an amazing
show. I'm here promoting Roderick's thing, and I had trouble. They just let me know while I was here. I can come Sunday, so Dan's can have me in on Sunday because I was going to do the dress rehearsal, but I'm not. We want to see the whole thing. I mean,
you know the show was supposed to be at the Smithsonian, D.C., right? That's what.
I'll tell you the story.
Give me the whole story because I do know it's been misplaced.
We want the whole secrets behind the deal,
and how long it's here, and whether there's any line for people like me who may want to go or may know somebody. Somebody up here said, well, I know someone here. That's how I got tickets. And I'm like, well, I know someone that knows someone here. John's my cousin, for crying out loud. And I'm blowing him off for this segment. So tell me about how it all happened.
Okay. So Amy decided to cancel her exhibition at the National Portrait Gallery in late July.
Trump!
And, so there was concern about censorship of the painting Transforming Liberty. And she decided, no, this is not a painting that can be contextualized. It is perfect as it is. The exhibition needs to be presented in its entirety the way I envisioned it. And so when the cancellation was announced...
Artist.
Exactly.
Fierce artist.
She's fierce.
That's what I like.
She stays true to her vision.
I like that.
And Asma Naeem had met Amy back in 2016 or maybe sooner. Whenever she was still at the Creative Alliance, she had submitted the portrait Miss Everything for the Outwin Bouchever Prize. Asma was working at the National Portrait Gallery, so they've known each other a long time. The BMA acquired a painting by Amy in 2018. And then, this is the most amazing thing, we had already planned to honor Amy Sherald at the BMA Ball in November. That was decided around this time last year, long before there was any possibility of the exhibition coming here. So it was almost like kismet. You know, when this opportunity came available, Usma reached out to Amy right away and said, if I can move mountains to bring the show to Baltimore, you know, would you be cool with that? And Amy was like, yes. And then
I want Amy on the show now.
That's
I gotta
right.
learn. I gotta get the whole thing here.
So
you know?
we scrambled and put together this exhibition in 2.5 months, what would normally have taken 2 to 5 years. And so it opened November 2nd.
Everybody wanted it, right?
Immediately.
Right.
Immediately. The tickets sold out. They've stayed sold out.
What is sold out? How many people is that? And someone said, oh, I got a 30-minute time. And, you know, and I've bought tickets for these things. My wife's been to the Louvre recently. Just in a general sense, what...
Well, the tickets...
When I think of the BMA, I come anytime I want. I just roll in. I'm family. It's a little different right now. It really
so
is.
The BMA has free general admission,
Sure.
but we do have ticketed exhibitions on occasion. Almost without fail, the last 2 weeks of any ticketed exhibition sell out.
Okay.
But this has been unusual because it's been sold out from the beginning, the middle, and the end, breaking records of all recent exhibitions.
I would ask, why is there an end then? Can we extend or no?
You're not the first person to ask
Oh,
that.
see, I'm a real reporter.
I think it's
Ron.
going to Atlanta.
It is. It's going to the High Museum in Atlanta, which is where Amy was born. She grew up in Georgia. We claim her, though. She's a Baltimore girl. She lived here from 2001, I think, to 2018.
When does it leave?
It closes April 5th. It opens in Atlanta May 15th.
This is good for Ron because then he can focus on baseball. Come
There
on.
you go. There's no
do that.
overlap.
I'm back for all the Matisse exhibitions that are opening up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the museum a little bit because, I mean, I come in and out, and John allows me to do the show here every 3-4 months. People like Ron come by, and I have guests. Your folks have been by to talk about things before Amy Sherald was here. Just in a general sense, I think this is one of the real gems. And I felt that when I came here today and I smell the food and I come in and I think people down Baltimore and talk bad about Baltimore. I'm Baltimore positive. And I think to myself, man, you want to kill a day and do nothing and you got nothing to do and you think you're bored and it's raining out or it's cold out like today is. Come over here, park. It's centrally located like the zoo, and I give the zoo love too, but
Absolutely.
like just these things that we have are institutional, either inexpensive and or free and easy, that you could bring kids, you could bring family, you could bring your mom, you could bring anyone. Even if you don't love art, walk around, be bored, and laugh about it, but you'll like what you see, you'll like the people. It's just, when I come here, I feel like I've been somewhere. It feels like something I should have been doing more in my life.
I think you should be a spokesman for the BMA.
Well, I mean that. I mean that. I
No,
would
you're
say that.
absolutely right. I feel the same way. Also, when it's 90 degrees and you're boiling outside, you come in here too.
Well,
It's
Ron,
not just
you're
for
Mr.
bad weather.
Baltimore. You've written books.
Good weather.
How many things can you really do for free? The Smithsonian's free, and we all get spoiled by that. And a lot of the New York museums are free too. Like we can be, what few are, but you can be spoiled by being a Baltimore kid and going down to D.C. and never paying for anything, and going places. And this is one of those things. It's sort of like, I can't think of a lot of things that are still like you can just walk in that are as grand as this.
Well, let me just say, Mannix Brown is a tremendous spokesperson for the BMA. Wonderful. And we couldn't have a better ambassador. And with all due respect, Nestor, she does an amazing job. Not that you wouldn't. Not that you don't want the gig.
I'm not qualified.
Okay.
I'm completely
But
unqualified.
no, you're absolutely right about being such an amazing Baltimore institution. And I'm, like I said, there's like 3 exhibitions coming up around Matisse. I'm already looking forward to them. Like they're.
He knew you. He said, I bug her all the time. I'm here all the time. I love this place.
Well, I do.
I think of you as a baseball goober.
And sometimes, the nature and art exhibitions that we saw, the Return to the Earth was just, tremendous, bringing together, concern for the environment and art, across the globe, across cultures. It is, and sometimes I just will come. It's a rainy day to see my friends Modigliani and Cezanne and just sit and sink in and look. And I don't have an education in art, but I lived in D.C.
I had one semester with Joyce Bucci. I'm educated.
I
did Degas, I did Ponchalism. We did it all.
I lived in D.C. and I was a bike messenger. I had a bike messenger business there for 5+ years. And what I would do on the weekends or with my daughter is we'd go to the free museums and look around and just learn to just look.
Yeah.
That's all. Just look.
That's all you need to do.
Does it animate you? It's like listening to music. you don't think you have to know something about music when you turn the radio on.
You tap your toes.
Right.
You
If
like
it moves you maybe you reflect a little bit why. Maybe it's a little quieter experience, more akin maybe to reading than you think to music. But it's just that same thing. Does anything stir? What is it? You look a little closely. I am ridiculous. I will put my nose close to a painting and see the texture of it and stuff like that. But
Set the alarm off.
yeah, you know,
Don't do that.
I've been asked to step back more than once, you know.
Stay classy, huh? I mean,
But
there's a
you know, it
gallery
also
here.
is. I think what Nestor's getting to really is when you come here for Amy Sherald or the hip hop show is another one. The crowds were just amazing. Among many exhibits, is when I see other people having the experience I'm having, it really, kind of swells the heart a little bit. You know that other people are having a spiritual kind of reflective kind of moment, enjoying
communal
this
moment.
communal moment,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you're a part of that, and you're seeing that.
There are a lot of happy people here
We
today.
see it
Yeah.
a lot
I'm just being honest
in
with
the
you.
Amy Sherald galleries.
Yeah.
People are connecting on a different level, and it's just a beautiful feeling. I've never experienced an exhibition that felt so joyous.
This has been a
before.
great couple months for the BMA,
Yeah.
right?
It really
Literally.
has,
And
yeah.
for Gertrude's and for just get down here if you get a chance and pull some strings, get a ticket if you know.
Yeah,
if you-
weekdays are easier. If we have an opening on the weekdays, stop by. You never know if you're in the area.
Do you guys know Mark Steiner?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Mark too. He had an art joke today on Facebook. Can I read it to you?
Sure.
You may have heard it. It's corny. Is that all right? It's like it's a dad, and I'm old. I'm 57. I don't have a dad bod, but I can give a dad joke. All right. Why did the art thief's van run out of gas as he drove away from the museum? Why? You don't like this already? You know the answer?
I think you're describing it as a dad joke. I think already feels appropriate.
Why
yeah.
did the art thief's van run out of gas as he drove away from the museum? Batman. Because he had no Monet to buy the gas.
The gas.
Oh my God.
To make the Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Boom, boom, tch. Yeah.
I've been to the Van Gogh Museum.
I have too.
Let's give Steiner a plug. That wasn't. You didn't like that?
It's okay.
All right. It was it's not my joke.
Well, let me tell you about Matisse.
Yes,
While we're
okay.
here.
Well,
Yes,
we did
yeah,
the
yeah,
Gogh, we did Van Gogh, and then we're going to do Matisse. Okay,
There we
good.
go.
All
So
right.
many people don't know the BMA has the world's largest public collection of Matisse in the world. In the world. So nobody can do a Matisse exhibition without reaching out to us. And it gives us the opportunity to show lots of
So
works.
you loan and then they loan you something good back? Is that how it works?
Exactly, yeah.
See, I've learned a little bit about this. I'm
yeah.
trying.
And we're so thrilled. We have artist Louis Fertino, a 2015 MICA grad, who's going to be showing his paintings alongside Matisse for the first time.
That's
And
exciting.
he came to the BMA a lot. You can see the influence of Matisse's work. But where Matisse was looking at women, Louis is looking at men. But there's such a beautiful connection between, the types of colors they use, the lines, the forms, and they just look beautiful together in very different ways. And then we have, later this March, we have Matisse in Martinique, a very rare opportunity to see a book that we've never shown before, where Matisse illustrated these poems about the Caribbean.
So you have Matisse stuff you've never shown before.
Yeah.
That's how much stuff you have.
We have over 1,600 works by Matisse. Yeah.
You could shut the whole museum down. How many works do you have in the whole museum?
We're getting close to 100,000.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm thinking small things. I'm thinking little things, but that's a lot.
Yeah, we have a lot. The last show is Matisse in Vence, which is a little town in the south of France where he designed a chapel of the Rosary for a Dominican community. And he created these 3 murals, and we have the last one. It's the Stations of the Cross. He worked on this longer than any other project in his entire career. He created more drawings for this. And Matisse, when you look at his work, it looks so simple, but you see how he got to simple. He worked so hard. And he was baptized Catholic, but never really participated in any kind of religious ceremony or religious tradition. So he was learning this, and he was, at the end of his life, too. It was just about 3-4 years before he passed. And he is not his best health, so he's finding ways to work, finding ways to make this mural as intense as possible. You know, it shows Christ's journey to Calvary, not a happy time, right? And so Matisse went against what he usually does. He never does a narrative work. He never does any religious topics in any of his other works. And his works are generally really pretty, really beautiful. He goes against that because this is not a moment where you should be feeling like, oh, the beauty of art. This is a very serious subject.
I'm really looking forward to this. There's a wonderful little documentary about him designing this chapel.
With a nun.
In a small town with a nun.
Yes.
And he's overweight, mobility restricted at the end of his life, and he designs the chapel. He's doing the architecture so the light shines in on the altar. I mean, he's creating an unbelievable.
Created absolutely everything for this chapel.
Everything in this chapel.
Cassie is a Renaissance man. You really are.
Yeah.
I'm learning things about you I did not know.
Hey, the Matisse Dieberkorn exhibition was like
baseball goes on strike.
My God,
Listen,
one of the
next
best.
year,
That was
you and I are going to come to the art museum. Is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
When we lose baseball, we'll come here.
Okay.
At least I got a fallback for you.
Yeah, but no, like I was saying, the Matisse Dieberkorn years ago was unbelievable, and I'm still looking forward to. I think it's Stations of the Cross is the new exhibition. Like that chapel documentary is just like, I mean, it's so on. You can find it on YouTube for free.
You can, And it's funny because you never think like Matisse with a nun.
Yeah,
but this woman had been a model for him and a nurse before she took her vows, and so when he moved to Vence, they became reacquainted. She actually drew a little design for some stained glass. They were meeting in an old damp garage. And he looked at the design. He was like, oh, that's nice,
Yeah.
So the stories
They
behind
could do
the art
better.
here on every one of these pieces.
Well, time for Easter, right? For
right.
For the Lenten season, of course.
It opens during Lent, right before Easter.
So in 10th grade at Dundalk High, I was not put in my journalism class. Don Moeller was involved in this. And Don Moeller got me into my journalism class, but in order to do that, we had to change other classes, including typing, where I flunked out because I didn't have a finger. And, so I got put into
Joyce's art class.
Art appreciation class. It was art. Well, she'll have to tell you. I have to go get my. I think she gave me a B because I found the report card the other day. I found the report card. I had Bucci, had her name, the name then. So she gave me a B, but I do have it, and she was my teacher, and she's put things together. And you were so wonderful when I did the show here a year and a half ago. You gave us space for Fade Lee's. I brought 50 people down for Roderick's show. For Baltimore, you have no idea. I brought every friend in the world. So I got Dan's offspring here, Nick. I got John Shields. They're going to come on. We're going to talk about the show. But you do wonderful stuff here, and I'm happy to do anything you want to do, anything you want to talk about. You want to teach me about Matisse? I'm here to learn about it. How about that?
You'll be back.
I always am back. And the thing that I hadn't been here in a long, long time before, a couple of years ago, when I came in, those pop art pieces where you sit on they look like giant Legos. I don't know exactly what they are, but they're extremely colorful. And when I came into the lobby of this venerable museum that's all stone and marble, and I felt very welcome just coming in because it didn't feel hoity-toity. It felt welcoming to like modern things.
Our job is done. Perfect. That's what we want.
Because literally, there was a long time people say art gallery, the Matisse and the Degas. What are they going to have in there for me? You're going to put a can of soup from Andy Warhol up some pop art, I think that you feel that when you come in here that this isn't a place for 15th century Victor, but it might be, but it's also it's modern and it's accessible.
We have a lot of different types of art.
And young people will dig it too.
We have great African works, beautiful works from Asia. We have an incredible European collection. We've just a lot.
Anything from South America?
Yes.
I just gave it away, Ron. All right, I got to take a break. Ann, thanks for coming out. I appreciate
You're welcome.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Ron Cassie's here. I'm just that was just a little breadcrumb for you. That's all.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
He was trying to figure out my travel plan. My wife is going to Italy. You have any Italian work here? Yes. All right.
Yes, we do.
She's going to Italy looking for art. And I said, you just come over to Hopkins campus. You got art over here. All she wants. We're coming to Dan's show on Sunday, and we love coming to Gertrude's. And thanks for making a little time and coming over and talking about what has become a superstar exhibit. And I was aware of what a big deal it was, but then I came here to park, and I'm like, John told me it was packed every day, but I didn't believe him. So
this is why we live in cities, because of stuff like this. It's accessible, right?
I had the best meal of the year here, John Shields, and I'm going to talk to you about it. Do you know what I ordered? I didn't order your grandmom's crab cakes. I didn't order Gertie's. It involved the collard greens that are the greatest collard greens on earth that I had for lunch today, right here at the bar. My thanks to Ron Cassie. He's the senior editor of Baltimore Magazine, Bon Vivant and Renaissance Man, and baseball aficionado, too. So when baseball goes on strike, you and I are going to we're going to do our art tour. March 28th of next year, when you're crying in your seams, I'll bring you over here.
Listen, art is great medicine to get you through winter.
That's what we're trying to do. Some people use football or hockey. And thank you. And thanks to Joyce for being our mutual friend. And come back on the show. Let's talk some art sometime soon.
Will do. Thank you.
Bring the whole gallery with you. John Shields is coming on next. Dan Roderick's son, Nick, who I barely met. We almost went fly fishing. 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I learned how to do that. We're going to promote 1966, and we're going to talk about catfish and grits and shrimp Creole. My favorite Elvis movie was King Creole. Back for more right after this. We're Baltimore Positive.